Hey Zen friends, are you ready to talk about the 5-5 Zen Gate portal? Well, in this video we will chat about what a Zen Gate is. We'll also have a card reading bringing in more messages from Spirit around this specific gate. So let's dive into it. So what is a Zen Gate? Every month has one. It's when the number of the month matches up to the number of the day. So 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, all the way up, of course, until 12, 12. And it creates a portal of energy that brings a specific, special gift to us, and we get to choose how we use it. Now, we do choose every moment in how we use our energy, of course, whether it's consciously or aware of it or not. So portals on Earth, they don't just open for humanity by their little selves. They do take a human to activate the opening with their own energy of intention and will. That's why we create these videos, so you can know how to do that. Let's talk about the energy that we're coming in with this gate with. We just celebrated Beltane on May 1st, or May Day. It's when spring in the northern hemisphere is at its peak, with summer not too far away. Of course, southern hemisphere, you got fall and winter coming. You lucky people, you. I love winter and colder weather. I'm a winter baby, so I look forward to fall and winter. But in this time frame with Beltane, we do celebrate life, fertility, and the union of Earth and the Sun. The veil between this realm and the spirit world is extra thin, so it's a great time to consult the higher realm for higher truth. Now Mars, beautiful, beautiful fiery red Mars, went into its pre-shadow back in August, on August 16th of 2024. And that's when we begin to feel the influence in the areas of our life around the planet. So the pre-shadow is when we start to feel it. And Mars rules over desire, passion, ambition, emotional security, family dynamics, and could also stir up some ancestral wounds in our little tree, our family tree of our ancestors, and any kind of repressed or suppressed emotions that want to be seen. And then as we get closer to a retrograde itself, that's when things can become more obvious in those areas and more intense. Now, Mars went full retrograde back on December 6th of 2024, and then it went direct on February 23rd of 2025. So anything that we experience between August 16th of 2024 all the way up to February 23rd of 2025 can tell us a lot about how Mars was impacting us specifically. So if you look over your calendar, think back, that could help. And then during the period of time after a planet goes direct until it goes full out of its post-shadow, where it's back to the degree it was when it started to go into its pre-shadow, that period of time, we kind of go into a review period. And the further we move away from the direct date, the less intense that energy becomes. And we do find ourselves reflecting on what were we revisiting during the pre-shadow and retrograde period. Now, Mars just came out of its post-shadow period May 2nd. So a few days before this gate, we kind of had a finish of a review with things. But what are we going to do with that information? We could have learned a lot about those areas of our lives that we could be bringing into this questioning energy of this Zen Gate. Now, Pluto, of course, way, way, way far out there in our little solar system. It takes longer for it to get through all of its little retrograde periods, but they've been in their pre-shadow in Aquarius since January 10th of this year. And it went into its full retrograde yesterday on May 4th. So it stays in Aquarius through its entire retrograde. And it goes direct on October 13th of this year. And it'll be in its post-shadow until February of next year. Now, we've been in this Aquarius Pluto energy off and on since March of 2023. It teased us from March 23rd to June 11th of 2023. And then it retrograde went back into Capricorn for a bit, and then back into Aquarius again January 20th to September 1st of 2024, and then back into Capricorn again. But on November 19th of 2024, it moved permanently back into Aquarius until March 8th of 2043. I know. So I give you all those dates so you can kind of look back on your calendars, think about what happened, check your social media posts, see what you were going through, right? Because those things will tell us a lot. Because when Pluto is in Aquarius, it can bring collective and individual sudden change or disruption within the areas of our lives that Aquarius rules, which includes social organization, social media, humanitarianism, technology, equality and civil rights, socialism, space travel and exploration, and astrology. So the old structures in our lives are no longer working for where we want to head as a collective of humanity or as an individual. And we will feel the draw to challenge our old ways of thinking, which is perfect energy for us to access through this Zen Gate. Now, the Hierophant, they bring Taurus energy on 5-5, activating the number 5 of change and freedom. And the Hierophant energy encourages us to question what we're believing in this moment that's igniting uncomfortable emotions and reactions inside this human character that we are. So it can spawn us to ask, what do we believe and why? Also, who do we believe and why? So as we go into the reading that we'll jump into next, we're going to ask, what or who are you ready to let go of? So let's find out. All right, so we are going to look into some oracle first before we jump into the tarot, and we'll find out our answers to our questions. We're going to go to the animals and find out their medicine here. These are the medicine cards, and we will find out what animal wants to assist us on our little journey into this portal on May 5th. We can find some truth, some capital T truth about what is it that's challenging us? What's trying to make itself known so that we question it? That's why things come up, right? Not to, say, hey, look, you were stupid for believing something. That's not the purpose of this journey in spirit, right? They want to bring things up to us so that we could question them and transform them into higher truth and higher wisdom. So all these animals have this wonderful, amazing energy. So we'll jump into here. Let me just put these over here for now. Let's see what animal has. I like the lightning bolt. Reminds me of Aquarius energy, like the Pluto sudden change. Oh, wow. And we got the dragonfly. What a perfect being, a current medicine for us. Dragonflies. Card number 27. 27 adds up to 9. 7 plus 2 is 9, which is the number of change. We're getting ready to head out the door. And a dragonfly is an amazing transformative energy. Unlike the butterfly, though, they actually they skip a step. They're butterflies are born from a little egg into a caterpillar, then they go into the caterpillar, and then they go into the chrysalis, and then during the chrysalis they come out a butterfly. So they've got like 4 stages, right? Dragonfly goes from an egg to the little nymph, dragonfly nymph, little in the water, and then suddenly it starts growing and it just steps out of the water and bam, it's a dragonfly and it takes off. So it skips a step. So interesting energy, right? So it has a little poem. It says, dragonfly breaks illusions, bring visions of power. No need to prove it. Now is the hour. Know it, believe it. Great Spirit intercedes, feeding you, blessing you, filling all your needs. So dragonfly is about illusion, and what a great, again, energy for this Zen Gate. What illusion, what kind of imaginary oasis that we're seeing. Well, not an oasis. What is it called in the, in the desert when they see the illusion? It's a mirage. That's it. Not the, we want the oasis, but what we see is a mirage. And so we're going to get clarity so we can move from the mirage to the oasis. So dragonfly medicine is of the dream time and the illusionary facade we accept as physical reality. The iridescence of dragonfly wings remind us of colors not found in our everyday experience. Dragonflies' shifting of color, energy, form, and movement explodes into the mind of the observer, bringing vague memories of a time or place where magic reigned. Some legends say that dragonfly was once dragon, and that dragon had scales like dragonfly wings. Dragon was full of wisdom and flew through the night, bringing light with its fiery breath. The breath of dragon brought forth the art of magic and the illusion of changing form. Then dragon got caught in its own facade. Coyote tricked dragon into changing form, and the shape of its new body became like dragonflies. In accepting the challenge to prove its power and magical prowess, dragon lost its power. Interesting. So dragonfly is the essence of the winds of change, the messages of wisdom and enlightenment, and the communication from the elemental world. This elemental world is made up of the tiny spirits of plants and the elements of air, earth, fire, and water. In essence, this world is full of nature spirits. If dragonfly has flown into your cards today, you may have forgotten to water your plants. On another level, you may need to give thanks to the foods you eat for sustaining your body. On the psychological level, it may be time to break down the illusions you have held that restrict your actions or ideas. That's the big focus of this Zen Gate. So you can definitely use the dragonfly energy for that. Dragonfly medicine always beckons you to seek out the parts of your habits which you need to change. Have you put on too much weight, or have you started to look like a scarecrow? Have you tended to the changes you have wanted to make in your life? If you feel the need for change, call on Dragonfly to guide you through the mists of illusion to the pathway of transformation. See how you can apply the art of illusion to your present question or situation, and remember that things are never completely as they seem, right? We don't see the world as it is. We see the world as we are, and as we change, the outside world changes. These have a contrary meaning too, which is like a reversal. So I would like to read those just in case they resonate. It says, are you trying to prove to yourself or someone else that you have power? Are you caught in an illusion that weakens your true feelings or minimizes your abilities? If so, you may have contracted dragonfly dive bombing. Is this the final crash and burn for some pipe dream that had no real purpose? Look within and feel the sense of self-energy within yourself. Notice if it is ebbing, and find the point in time when you were deluded into believing that you would be happier if you changed because someone else wanted you to. Misery is a prime clue that you lost your will and personal validity when you bought into someone else's idea of who or what you should be. This is so perfect. That all back to those questions. What do you believe and why? Who do you believe and why? The illusion was that you would be happier if you did it their way. In forfeiting what you know is right and true for you personally, you give away your power. It is time for you to take it back. So follow Dragonfly to the place inside your body where magic is still alive, and drink deeply of its power. This strength belongs to you. It is the power of becoming the illusion. This ability is ever-changing and contains within it the knowledge that you are creating it all. Wow. Yep, stepping into your power. I love that. So great energy for all this that we're looking at doing. And then we're also going to pull from the Intuitive Whispers Oracle. See what additional message they have. That is amazing. So perfect. All right, let's see. What else? What else do you have for us? What else about this Zen Gate can we know? What about what? What? Whoa. What or why, right? Boom, boom, boom. That would be too many, but we do have one that showed itself, so we will use this one. Card number 3, The Power of Silence. What a beautiful card. Number 3, the number of creativity, the Empress, new birth, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, nurturing your heart, following your heart. And it says, how often are you in silence, existing in a place without the distraction of music, screens, work, or people? There is a deep internal power that can only be accessed from that silence. This is your intuition. It is always there, but it takes the discipline of consistent practice to become comfortable enough in the silence to hear it. And if you're reading this card, or it's being read to you, take this as your first whisper to reconnect to the silence and listen. At first, it might sound loud. The mind will try to find any way to distract you, creating to-do lists and replaying events. But you must persevere. At the other side of that chatter is a powerful silence, and from within that stillness, your inner confidence will begin to come through. I like that because the whispers are quiet. They are whispers, right? But fear noise and the noise of the outside world, it is very loud. It is very noisy. Fear is a very loud, clanging sound. So it's hard to hear the whispers. So when we can turn down our fears and raise our vibration to match that of the higher realms, which we talked about this being a perfect time with the veil being thin around Beltane to be able to connect to the higher realms, it's good to get away from it all and get into that stillness so that we can do that. And turning up that frequency of unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace and play and gratitude, if I didn't say that already. But I love that kind of energy. So how to access the power of silence. Close your eyes and listen. Tune into every sound you can hear, both from far away and close by. Don't get caught up in the sounds, just notice them. Then bring your awareness to the breath as it enters and leaves the body. Whenever your mind wanders, which it inevitably will, simply invite your awareness back to your breathing. Now move your awareness to the space between the breaths, the silence at the end of the inhale and the silence at the end of the exhale. Let yourself drift into these silences and listen. Beautiful. I love that. All right, so another tool for us to how we can be still and listen and hear the voice of spirit to get to the root of what we're looking in here. So I love all this. So perfect. They give us 2 tools already. And then we have the Healing the Inner Child Oracle. They also wanted to be heard. So let's see what your inner child wants you to know here about the stuff they were told that we just took on and believed, right? That's where a lot of these small T truths that bring us all this anxiety and all these wonderful reactions we were conditioned growing up. So let's see what, okay, I feel like it's this one right here. All right, and we've got Time, card number 31. Beautiful little card. Let me see if I can zoom in. You can see them sitting there. All right, we'll put them right here. So you got 3 and then 3, 1. All right. And this one, of course, is time. And the invitation says, time dictates how we keep track of our lives and of life on Earth. The universe was born 13.7 billion years ago. And since then, we consider time to have traveled in a linear manner bringing us to this present moment. But quantum physics and sages have questioned whether time travels like an arrow. Is the sequence of events from the past to the present and into the future continuous and irreversible? What if we were able to step outside the causality of time into the infinite field where every moment exists? This card invites you to transform your relationship with time. When you journey back into the past and change your perception of time, you bring healing and resolution to the present, in turn changing your future. Consider the possibility that time isn't linear and that our ancestors and our future great-grandchildren are reaching out to us beyond time and space, encouraging us to free ourselves from the burdens we carry, to liberate the generations that came before us and those that will come after us. Wow, that's amazing, because that's one of the things we specifically talked about in the energy in the intro was this energy of dealing with ancestral wounds, right? And so I love that. And then the inner child says, recall your earliest childhood memory. Notice where you were, who was there, and what was happening. Now imagine a silver thread in front of you that can lead you into the past. Walk over to the thread and hold on to it, journeying in time toward the past, trusting you will be guided to revisit this first childhood memory. Once you arrive, observe the scene from the perspective of your adult self. How do you feel towards this younger part of you, and what is happening to them? What does your inner child need? If you feel urged to step into the scene and offer support to your younger self, please do so. You might hold your younger self as you speak to another adult in the room. You might, after soothing words or sounds, offer soothing words or sounds, or just the safety of your presence. Observe the interaction between your adult self and your inner child. What do you notice as you bring the tenderness and knowledge of your adult self to this moment? Does your inner child trust you? Then say to your younger self, all is well. I am here now, and I will stay with you. Ask your inner child if they'd like to leave this place and come with you to the present. Ooh. And then the journey, it says, recall how different time felt when you were a child. An hour could stretch out and feel like a day, and months would feel like years. Remember your sense of time before you knew how to count the days of the week or the hours in a day. Connect with that expansiveness and freedom in your body. What if you had all the time you need and nothing could confine you to linear time? Our soul dwells in the timeless, and our soul knows how to navigate that realm. It will show you the way. Gaze at this image on the card, or close your eyes and invite your awareness to float up into space as you see the numbers on the face of a clock slipping away. Time isn't linear up here. You are now in the cosmic, timeless realm. Take several slow, deep breaths. Feel the fear of time passing, dropping away as you remember that there is no rush. You have all the time in the world. Wow. I love it. I love it. I love it. So great tools for us here to question and transform some old beliefs. And then we will dive in here to the tarot. This deck is the Soha Mystic Tarot. That's what it looks like there if you're interested in picking up for yourself. And we're going to ask 2 questions. And of course, this is a collective reading, so these will not be like exact names and different things like that, but we will look into what you're ready to let go of that you believe, and then who you're ready to let go of. And whichever resonates for you, take that and leave whatever else behind for others, right? So what are you ready to leave behind? What belief? What's causing anxiety? What's causing these reactions, right? So we'll take a look here. What else? Okay. I don't think they want those. They do want this one and this one, though. Right. And then let's look at the who. We'll just pull the cards here and put them over here. Got the who. All right. Now still lead here. Wow, we got a lot here. It seems like it's more of a who, but there could be, of course, a what behind the who that we have here. Yeah, and it's amazing. We got card number 12, Knight of Swords. It's the 12th. You can consider it the number 12. A lot of tarot don't put the numbers I like that they do, but the Knight of Swords is movement of thought and belief and mindset. So we're going to put them right here because they're the ones that help us with that movement. There's also a quest. In the description box of the video, you'll see a lot of playlists. One of them is the quests. We have a monthly video. One of them will talk about the Knight of Swords, which is helping us move our mindset. So that's also a wonderful resource. They have provided a lot of tools on how to transform thought and belief. So be sure to check that out. All right. So the first two cards that had shown themselves here and what you're ready to let go of, you have here the Two of Swords. There's that thinking again, the crossroads, the battle between the head and the heart around the Three of Pentacles, which is about being true to the authentic you. So there is this energy coming in what you're ready to let go of here. It's kind of like what was formed. Our emotional body is formed like 7 years old and younger. So it's the first thing that forms. And then our brain, our mind is kind of created and formed from 7 to 14. Of course, I'm no scientist. Be sure to, look that up, confirm all that for yourself. But what happens is our mind will push our little emotional child down into the basement, into the cellar, because it doesn't want the emotional outburst and the emotional expression to impact us. And so we start replacing these emotions. These are the suppressed and emotions we talked about too in the intro. They get pushed down. They don't get dealt with because the emotions we feel as children are usually three, right? We learn to express ourselves through laughter and smiling, crying, and throwing a fit, right? Anger, throwing a fit, crying and sadness, and happiness. Well, most adults like a happy child, and so that's celebrated and encouraged. But crying, when growing up, it was common to hear, better stop your crying or we're going to give you something to cry about. And then also tantrums are not very well appreciated by adults. And so you're threatened to be taken out to the car, to the bathroom in the store, for punishment. So we learn to push those down and not deal with them. And so the mind has this rule over the heart where it becomes almost a bully going, no, you can't feel these things. And so we push till we allow ourselves and get outside of that mindset that emotions are wrong. Emotions, we come down here to feel them. And there's different emotions with different outcomes and different experiences, but neither's right or wrong. They just are. And so, when we think we're being dramatic or someone's being dramatic, no, they are presenting the emotions that they feel they need to be able to express who they are in the moment. And so we think people are dramatic. Oh, they shouldn't be doing that. That goes back to our childhood. That goes back to this belief that people shouldn't be expressing their emotions that are not acceptable. So this is, I feel like, a big piece of this. What we believe and why comes down to those roots. And these mindsets are created to keep us from being punished and to also duplicate how, when we feel good about something, how we can feel that again. When we're feeling bad, how do we avoid feeling that way, right? Let's see what else they bring in here. And we have the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, the Six of Pentacles is this energy of the overgiver. in regards to this reading. It means different things, but for this reading, it's the codependency awareness. It's these energies we learn when we're younger that I have to overgive to be worthy to receive. And that comes back to our childhood again, where when we're 7 years old or younger, we feel we as children give, and then to the important people, like parents are usually the usual suspects or grandparents or people in authority, right? But anyone that we felt was important to us during that period of time, when we gave and we gave and we gave, like we felt like we gave 1,000 love coins, we got 1 love coin back. We as children think, oh, that's fair, but it's not. That's way out of balance, right? And then it gets stuffed down when our little inner child gets stuffed down into the cellar. It's all down there. Those beliefs of how much we have to give to be able to receive is bubbling down underneath the surface on autopilot. And until we bring it into our consciousness and review it and embrace it, like maybe with that inner child, going back to those situations, going, no, you deserved more than this. And to help transform it, to help talk to our inner child, to bring it from 1,000 to 1 down to 1 to 1. So beautiful. I love that. And what else do we have? Ace of Wands. Yep. Stepping into your power. So this definitely, we talked about stepping back into your power in those cards. And this is what is part of that process, is to be able to do that. Yeah. The 3 of Wands, all these threes. 3 of Wands is about a change of direction with new information. When you discover what you believe and why, you're able to transform it. And this takes you in a new direction. Yeah, and the moon. So definitely with this cycles and changes, that is this time of transformation. It is a time of completion, letting things go, creating new seeds, new moon wishes around when the new moon comes around. And look at and question your beliefs around what you feel you're worthy of wishing for and what you're not. But a lot of clarity coming in here. The moon is also reflection, brings things up from the hidden to the surface. And I feel like that is a big piece here of really digging into the whys behind why you're thinking it and how you can transform it. They give us a lot of tools, right? So let's take a look here. Who are you ready to let go of here? And let's see what we have here. We'll start off here with the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. And interesting energy to come in here, because there's also a second meaning to this, which is when the fruit starts to grow, we realize this isn't what I want, and I'm ready to plant something new. It's kind of an encouragement. Don't let the amount of time that you've been investing in whoever this who is to keep you from making a change, right? See what else we have. Yeah, we got the Devil card and the Death card. Yeah. It's a good energy. The Devil card is Saturn and Capricorn energy, which is a card of challenging our long-held beliefs. The Saturn return, if you ever have a chance to look that up and look and see when your Saturn return is, it usually happens every 28, 29 years, can impact us 3 to 5 years before and after that. But the first one is a big purging of a lot of old thoughts and beliefs, doing exactly what this energy of this gate is encouraging us to do, which is to question, why do I believe what I believe? And the death and rebirth is this transformation that comes in. So all these 3 cards are about, look at the harvest, look at what is coming into your life, and, why do you feel you're wanting to be a certain person? Kind of had this energy that the person that you're ready to let go of is this imaginary illusion of the person that you thought you were supposed to be, and you're really having this rebirth. It's like a phoenix who's burning down who they were in this transformation, like the dragonfly. You're becoming something different, and it's moving very quickly. Let's see what else we have here. You got the 5 of Cups, transformation of emotion, stepping into your emotional power of choice, realizing that every moment is an emotional choice. lower vibration rooted in fear, right? Fear of failure, fear of not being good enough, and fear of death, fear of losing who you are and not knowing who you are. That all comes in here, but it's a transformation, realizing you are powerful, that you can also choose joy and gratitude and unconditional love and higher vibration. You're not limited and trapped into the lower vibration. Let's see where this is taking you. Yeah, Nine of Wands is perseverance. It's breaking through the barrier that's been there for so long. Yeah, the strength. Here's your human self and your higher self. So this connection, knowing you have the courage to step forward, and that what you've been looking for all along is within you, not the outside world. This inner strength that's coming. Yeah, the Four of Cups. This is emotional stability. So you're moving from the Five of Cups, which is like an inner emotional conflict, and finding this Ace of Cups up here, which is your higher self, realizing the three cups that you were taught to invest in before, to define yourself, to find fulfillment, are empty, which are relationships, situations, and things. All those things, like this lion was told to eat of those things to feel full, and the more it ate of it, the more hungrier it became. It's like eating Chinese food, So I like this energy of leaving the old ways of feeling behind and realizing what you're looking for is inside of yourself here. Let's see what else we have here. 3 more cards. Get the Wheel of Fortune. Everything in life does unfold for us, is the message that comes with the Wheel of Fortune. The 5 of Pentacles. Here's the change of feeling about how you feel about yourself, about your inner worth. And we'll just scooch these over here real quick. Make a little space for this other card. And you have the Tower. Yeah, you got the Wheel of Fortune and the Tower. Both of these energies represent, with the Wheel of Fortune and the Tower, are everything unfolds for us. And the Tower is that this removes people out of our lives to make space for something that's more in alignment with our higher self, with our path. So there is this movement. And so as these things that are being removed and these challenges that are coming forward here for us are to bring us with this 5 of Pentacles from a place of conflicting worth, which we talked about, with the 6 of Pentacles over here, the codependency awareness card. This allows us to realize it's not humans that bring us what we need in each moment, but it's Creator, it's our higher self. When we are pulled to the outside world to define us, that's retail price. That's unstable. It's people change, people walk away, people pass away. When we define ourselves and our worth and our fulfillment by that, we feel unfulfilled. We feel unstable, right? Situations like jobs, education, financial status, social status, all of that also unstable. And things, our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions, all of that breaks down, blows up, burns down. And we realize it's Creator that brings us what we need in each moment, because we turn inward and upward, like the Strength card. We find our higher self, and then we find out what we've been looking for all along, which is the eternal, unconditional love of the higher realms, not the fickle, unstable outside world that's there. So I like this, that the who we're ready to leave behind is this facade, this illusion, this masquerade, this mirage of who we thought we were supposed to be in order to be lovable and acceptable and worthy of receiving. But the more we're remembering who we really are, that's what's bringing us our power. So what else do we have? Yep, 6 of Swords. Leaving behind old ways of thinking, moving into new ways of thinking. The King of Cups, the balance between head and heart. And we've got the King of Wands. Yep. This would represent the highest level we can in our spiritual energy, which is our higher self. The balance between the head and the heart, the movement from old ways of thinking, small ways of thinking, leaving behind small t truths, and moving into that seeing things from a higher perspective. And how do we find out what the higher perspective is? We connect more with our higher self in the spiritual realm, because in sitting in that place of peace, that place of unconditional love and joy and laughter and gratitude, we hear more clearly, but we see more clearly too. Let's see what else we have here. Yep, temperance is a balance. It's alchemy. It's going back and forth, and it will unfold over time. Yeah, and the Two of Cups. Here's one of the relationships cards. The Two of Cups is over time. And the Temperance card usually has two cups going back and forth. And it's interesting that they wanted to bring through a message of that the person that you're ready to let go of is this old illusion. And as you step into your self-love and remember who you really are, it impacts all of your external relationships, because every relationship in the outside world is a reflection of our relationship with ourselves, with our higher selves. And so the more I expand my relationship with my higher self, the more I can open up to receive love from others and give love to others. Because when my self-love is this small, no matter how much love I want to push out, it's just going to drip, drip, drip. And no matter how much love someone wants to give me, if my pipeline's that, all I get is a drip, drip, drip. But the more I expand that, then it's a win-win, win-win, because I'm getting this flood of all this beautiful energy from up above. But I'm also able to have this amazing, amazing relationships with people, with humans in the outside world too. So I love this for you. Hopefully it brings in a little bit of clarity for this. If you're interested in diving deeper, I do offer personal readings. All that information is listed in the description box down below, including relationship readings, past life readings, life purpose readings, birthday readings. They're all these specialized readings that I offer. And I also have YouTube channel memberships. I've got the Zen Cricket at $2.99 a month, Praying Mantis at $7.99 a month, and we do get together in a joint session on Thursday nights for at least 2 to 3 hours. Sometimes we go even longer, where we dive in, unlimited tarot readings. We do oracle readings, past life readings, all that. And then for my Praying Mantis members, the higher level, we even get together on Friday and Saturday night after my live sessions, and on Sunday afternoon too. And they get advanced access to all these videos that we put out. So if you're interested, there's a link down in the description box for that as well. All right, beautiful souls, as we're going through this adventure, remember, every second of every day of your life, you truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, much love, hang in there, take care of yourself. Remember, have fun, because Spirit's been asking us, why are you guys being so serious? All right, take care, everybody. I love you.